Hello, everyone, and welcome to Yang Family third section of our Yang Family Tai Chi long form. Today, we are going to be continuing our work on the third section, and we are going to be looking at the rest of Golden Rooster. And whatever questions you have, whatever to date is something you want to go over, and then we can go on if you'd like to go on. So let's just see how the class goes today. Let's begin today. I want to introduce for you just the tip of the iceberg of another essential of the Yang Family Tai Chi form and of Tai Chi in general, which is to distinguish empty and full. And today, the tip of that iceberg is going to be on our balance, where is our weight? Where is that Tai Chi pole we talk about? So here, my right side, let's get this on. My right side is completely full if I'm standing on one leg, because in terms of weight, because all of my weight is on my right side. When I move, I root, I put a little bit of weight somewhere else. And then I move the weight from my full side towards my empty side. If I'm going to move my weight completely, then I'm now completely full in the other side. To distinguish an empty and full, or separate empty and full, is to distinguish them in your body and in your head. And oftentimes when we're moving our weight fully, we absolutely need to move it fully in order to have the agility that we need. And sometimes we definitely want 2 points on the ground. So distinguish empty and full doesn't mean to always separate it and keep them separate. It means that at all times, you know how you are emptying and how you are filling, where it's emptying and where it's filling. And this essential is something that is applied in several aspects of Tai Chi. So we're going to begin here today, and we're going to start with everything we know. I just want you to go ahead and practice. If you have some extra mind that you want to put on all the essentials we've been working on for those areas that you have done before, like cloud hands, is a really good one to be thinking about separating empty and full. So when you get to that part, give it a try. And we're just going to start with using Nancy Lucero's calling again for what we know so far.
Cross hands. Embrace the tiger. Return to the mountain. Roll back. Press. Push. Diagonal single whip. Parting the wild horse's mane. 1. 2. 3. Transition to grasping the bird's tail. Ward off. Left. Ward off. Right. Roll back. Press. Push. Single whip. Fair lady, work shuttles. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Transition to grasping the bird's tail. Ward off. Left. Ward off. Right. Roll back. Press. Push. Single whip. Cloud hands. 1. 2. 3. Single whip. Snake creeps down. Golden rooster stands on one leg. 1. 2.
All right. That's as far as we got, was 1. So for those of you who have 2 already, congratulations. Let me get us back set up here. Playing music always takes a moment. All right, so that's quite a bit that we've got so far. How are we feeling about everything up through that point? We're obviously going to go over Golden Rooster again today. Besides that, is there anything else that you'd like to go over at this point? Yes, Erlyn.
I'm sorry, you just said we're going to go over Golden Rooster again, so I'll wait.
Well,
yeah,
whatever you would like to go over of Golden Rooster too.
I have other areas, but they're covered so well in your previous lessons that I checked back I mean, it's really great to have your previous lessons because I can look back at this one question I have and then go, oh, I remember where that was, and then go look it up, you know?
All right, well, it might not be there, so
Well, okay,
that's
so
fine.
it's the hip position and the golden rooster. So, when you're in the final thing, so I'm trying to understand the feeling of my hip. The is it open and level, or is it up a little bit? Am I like it? I'm trying to figure out the feeling in the waist and the hip.
I believe your top of your hips is always level when we're kicking, no matter what we're doing, right? But if and as I have limited amount, if you have the ability to keep it level, I mean, what you don't want to do is be standing like this, right? This would not be good on your back.
Okay.
One of our principles is about that that part of the waist, that the part of the spine pointing down in general, right? So I mean, you want it. So in order to do that, your hips are going to be level, but your thigh is, in this particular case, is going to be higher, right?
Okay.
And then here, so that I don't know if I could do it. Right, you're going to be turned. You're going to have turned your torso, and I believe you're not turning your hips, you've turned your waist.
So when I'm up like this, I'm not going to open this hip at all. It's basically like this way.
Oh, you're talking about.
I'm talking about opening here, opening
Well,
yeah.
It is not going to be open like this, and it's not going to be closed.
Okay.
It's right. It's not going to be closed like this. 45, 45. That's
Okay.
where you're going to be, I believe. Let's do it a couple times and practice it, and you know, I will. Let's do it from in the direction that we would be doing it. Let's just go ahead and do it from snake creeps down, or you can, you know, pick it up later if you want. Or, you know, you don't have to go way down with your snake creeps down and into golden rooster. Let's just practice it a couple of times. Yeah, mine is just straight, 45 degrees. So let's do it in all. Yeah, go ahead.
So your hip and your chest are like facing the corner-ish.
I don't know how
your waist twisted at all, your whole torso.
Your waist is to the side, but I'm not sure how. Tell you what, I'll do it in the non-glamorous position, and you can take a look. I mean, you start out with your hips very far back, right? Your right hip, and then you move forward, and your hip comes forward. But I don't know that it feels like my hips are straight across.
Okay.
In the back.
Okay.
It's my waist that's turned. So remember that when we often, this is what turning the waist is. You're not turning the hips, right? It's like you're sitting in a chair. So you are turning around your spine, but you can do that from here without turning your hips. Now, I don't know for sure the answer to that question. I'm just saying that's what it feels like for me. So we need to like look at videos and see what we see. Okay. All right. So let's do it. So everybody seems to kind of know this. So let's do it towards each other so that I can also watch you. We don't often do that as much, but this will be useful. So Berlin, take one step back, then I'll be able to see your feet. That's nice. Thank you. All right, great. And we're going to go to snake creeps down. And forward. Our back foot comes forward as right, nice. And then out, nice. And then the hand flattens, we bring down the other, and then prepare our hand, our arm, our lifting arm. Make sure that by the time you're here, everything's at neutral. Your lifting arm is, yeah, I know it's hard to stay here. And then turn. One up, one down. It's looking good. All right, without stopping. And if you want, you can do it from here. You know, some people just say it's single whip, but I just want to show you, it's really not quite single whip. There's a couple of things that are kind of different. One is this is single whip, but you're really in a, instead of this hand in single whip, you're in this hand because you're gonna grab, right? It feels a little different than single whip. It's very close to single whip, but that's why I like to go into it from snake creeps down. But if you would like to, but snakes creep, but you know, go ahead and do a small snake creeps down if you want, like this. You know, it's. Whoop, I have to put my foot back. There you go. And then forward. Back foot comes in. We pivot out. We're very open here. Then we come forward, set the arm, and turn. Nice, nice. And let's do it at speed. So snake creeps down, little tiny pause, come forward, grab, pull, come forward, one up, one down. Okay, let me watch you while I don't do it so I can see you and give some feedback, and then we'll go on. Nice. So it's probably the camera angle. Erlyn, it looks like your hand might be a little high. So it ends up, the tips of your fingers are never above your eyes. I don't think they were really. It's just, it could be the camera angle you're seeing on mine or I'm seeing on yours because your camera comes down. So just to, yeah. It's a very natural lift up, right? You know how we almost always have this angle? It's like a 45-degree angle. It's like our preferred angle, right? It's still that preferred angle, right? Still that preferred angle when you're doing this lifting arm. And this is how we set it, right? So that's all we have to do. So we're lifting here to get it. And Michael, yours is does look, again, it may be your camera angle. It looks like your lifting arm is coming up here. And you want it to just be this high, like this high. Yeah, yeah, nice, nice. Like you do this.
Right.
And here. It's amazing how we have the same arms in so many places, right? There's that arm again. Nice. Yeah. I think it's your camera that's doing that. All right. Any questions? It looks like you folks have that. I'm going to go on then. If there aren't, Berlin, did you have a question? You good?
No questions.
No questions. Okay, good. All right. So I'm going to show you the next one. I'll show it to you from. So let's see. So we were here. Is that right? Yes. We were here. We're here. It does see mine looks too high too, but it isn't. It isn't. All right. So we are going to sink. We are going to bend our weighted leg. And as we do, we're gonna also tip our arm forward and start to extend it a little bit. Okay, so it was pretty bent. Tip it forward and bend a little. We're going to be grabbing somebody here. So we were here. We're going to bend back and turn this hand. No, sorry. This hand is going to not turn yet. It's going to relax. I think of it as relaxing, but it's a Tai Chi relax. It's this beautiful arm. Okay, so step one is sink, step, and both forearms rotate. Root in the back. Step two, you're gonna pull in by bending this right arm. You're gonna pull in. You're gonna go from this arm being just relaxed to being that lifting arm. And you're gonna turn. And did you notice I also pivoted on my left foot? Then we're going to go one up, one down. So, yeah. So this one feels a little bit shorter than the other one. Berlin.
So that's a pivot on the heel and then push off with the ball of the foot when you come up for the second golden rooster.
Okay, so let me just make sure I know what we're talking about.
That foot pivot on the heel.
On the
Yeah.
heel, then you're just gonna you're just gonna release the root.
So you're not
I'm not pushing up with it. No, my weight's entirely in the back.
Okay, thank you.
I am fully separating empty and full there. There's this little root in the front. Think of it as the little dot in that yin yang symbol, right? There's this root in the front. I could have more at any moment. Got that potential there. It can grow, but I'm gonna get rid of it and just go straight up. So that's where I am. So the footwork here, since we always do footwork, right? The footwork here is we were here, so that involves a bend of the knee and our right leg coming back. Then we're pivoting with this left foot, one line, two sides, and our weight is fully back. Our Tai Chi pole is all the way back. When that Tai Chi pole is all the way back, it is only the weight of my leg which is holding it here. It is not me pushing down, and I can lift it up. Now, when we're really rooted, there's a little bit of our intention in that front foot, right? We don't want to just have someone be able to knock it out from under us. So I was taking a little bit of liberty by saying it's just its weight, but you can look at it that way. You can release it and it's just its weight. And then you can just lift it up. All right, so that's that footwork. If we did it this way, sink, step, weight fully back with the pivot in the front, and then up. Notice I'm also turning my torso. When does that happen? Torso is over in this corner. I step back. It probably turns a little, but now it really turns all the way to this corner. Then up. So notice that the turn of the torso is not associated with the up down on the second one. All right, so let's practice these two together and take your notes. Go right ahead and take your notes. Let's practice these two together from behind, because that will emphasize our footwork. So we were in single whip. Snake creeps down, coming forward, back foot comes forward. Grab, pull, and shift that weight fully. One up, one down, chest to the corner. Sink, step back. Both palms have kind of flattened. We've had these nice arms. And then shift back, turning right, pivoting on the left foot. One up, one down. And let's do this direction. So let's see. Snake creeps down. Again, you don't have to go all the way down. It gets to be tiring. And our first one, golden rooster. 2. And in this direction. Snake creeps down. Two. That looks nice. How are we feeling about that? I know I was doing it a little fast.
Practice.
Practice, got it.
My little tweak I need to fix is I'm not really worried about going down too far. But when I come back up, at this point, I need to bring my right foot, turn back in,
Yes,
reach out, roll back just a little bit, point my left foot out, and then come in.
right,
Okay.
right. And turn your chest towards the corner when you go up and down on that first one. So yeah, turn your waist. There you go. Better.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. And just to say, we do this, we talk about this a lot. On a day, I have those days, on the day where you're not feeling as stable or as strong, or you're on the rug, and both of you are on the rug, right? At this point. So on those days, again, like you say, we can just don't have to go down very far. And then we can bring our foot like this. I do that, right? And then it can be like this. You don't have to come up high. It can just be a little one, right?
Right.
It doesn't have to be big. You can do, it is, again, it is not how high you go. It is sort of that you go, right? It is that you go. One more time, how far does this arm go down? Just a good thing to check. This is our pushing arm, right? Like this is not a Tai Chi straight arm. It doesn't feel right at this point in section 3 if it's completely straight, right? But it isn't here. It's here. It's here. So if you just let your arm down by your sides, kind of the way it's natural, and then do this, there you go. That's it. That's it. Just a natural push. That's the end of the push. When we do opening, remember how I taught you opening a long time ago? Said push that ball down, push that ball down. At some point you'll know you can't control it anymore, right? Like right about here, you'll know you can't control it anymore. Like if it was you're pushing it down into water and it's trying to get away from you, like it's a big ball. Right about here, that's this point. That's this point. So it's not here and it's not here. And I'm not saying you folks were not doing it right. I just wanted to make that comment about where it is, so we'd have it on the video. All right. Would you like to go on and see what happens next? Yes. Okay. All right. Well, let's just try it, and then we'll talk about the transition, right? Because it may be very obvious to your body, and it may be, wait a minute, what about? So let's do it. Let's see. I don't remember which way we want to do it to do this. So we'll just do it from here. So let's do what we've been doing. I'm going to come up here. And snake creeps down into golden rooster. 1, 2. And repulsed monkeys. And then we do another one. We like those monkeys, so we repulse 3 of them. So any questions about that? All right, so let's just go through the technical aspects of it one time. So we were, I always have to remember where we were. So we've just done number 2. Our right arm is down. So obviously to repulse monkeys, we are going to do the backwards footwork. So 1 line, 2 sides, toe, ball, heel. And we're turning and pivoting, just like we did a moment ago. Rocking back, toe, 1 line, 2 sides, toe, ball, heel. And a final time. So the footwork is just what we've done before. No issues there. The arms, we are here, I guess. I have to make sure I'm in the right place. Here we go. Here and then here. Here we go. Here. All right. That's where I thought we were. All right. So our right arm is going to swing out and in. Now, normally we're like this, and we have to we swing up. We swing up and show our palm, but our palm is very easy. It's already there, so we can just swing our arm up. And our other arm, our left arm, is up here, and it just rotates to grab and pull. So it's all very simple. So guess we're here. We decided that, right? So swing step, heel, ball, toe, and pull. Our body turns and we strike. And then we're just into our repulse monkeys. So let's try that from here. See if I can do this. Here we go. Here we go. Remember where I am. All right. 1, 2, 3. Except don't cross your feet like I did. I knew as soon as I put my toe down. So again, actually it's going to be easier to follow on the screen if we do it this way. So sink, arms, 2, 3. And then to do the next one, rocking back, foot back. You've swung your arm out. 2, 3. How do we feel about that?
When you step back, is that like a full
A full step back, distance, is that what you're talking about? It's an empty.
It's well, that's what I say. My feet, like when I'm coming back, and I come back, I'm still on the one line, correct?
Yes, your heel, you should not cross. Yes.
I'm not stepping back like a bow step. I'm stepping just straight back.
That's right.
Okay.
And it's sometimes hard to judge depending on where your foot is, and you cross your feet a little or you don't, and that just requires you learning to get the feel for it. It's like I said, I crossed my feet, and as soon as I put my toe down, I went, it's like it needs to be an inch out further. So yeah, it's there. You get that feel eventually. Erlyn, did you have a comment or want to ask a question?
No, it feels pretty natural transition to me. I mean, yeah, but I'm stepping back too far for some reason. I really just want to step way back. And then when I go to that second one, it's like, whoa, I need to make it short. Yeah.
Well, you're high and you're already really balanced, so you're feeling like you can. But yeah, it's if you do, but remember, you can rock off it.
Yeah.
Also remember that as you rock off that other foot, you're going to be tipped a little forward. that's going to help your balance as you come back for your next one. So
Yeah, repulsed monkey's a really good empty, full, like thinking.
yeah, yeah.
No.
So what comes next? So we've got this. This was a really small transition, right? We've got this. So everything we know that comes after this. So let's just get ourselves there and see what comes next. Let's just go through what comes next. So we would be, let us do snake creeps down over here. I think I'm still in camera range. So from single whip, snake creeps down, 2, golden rooster, 1, 2, repulse the monkey, 1, 2, 3, 'diagonal flying, 'raise hands and step forward, 'white crane, spreads its wings, left brush knee and push, needle to see bottom, fan, through back, turn body, think chop with fist, except we're going to do snake spits out its tongue. It's exactly the same as chop with fist, except open your hand like a blooming flower. So look at all that we know. So let me go over, turn body, white snake spits out its tongue. So we're here. I think, no, we're here. Easy to confuse, right? It's basically single whip, except your right hand is down, right? All right. So shifting our weight, pushing down, coming in, making a fist. So our weight goes back. This is where we would chop, right? 30% with that right foot in a bow step though, readying for a bow step. But instead of just chop here, we open up. Think of it as flicking towards the eyes to make somebody blink. And then what will come next? Here, we're going to go to parry, block, and punch. It's the same as before, except your hand is open. What does that mean? We are going to rotate the left hand, and the right arm is going to come up, fingers up, and rotate as the left hand rotates. And then you're going to go back. What does this look like? It kind of looks like rollback. Then, as we finish coming back and down, make that fist halfway down. Foot comes in and out, one line, two sides. And this is how we did our transition before. So let's go through that again. Is that an okay direction for you folks? Or yes? Okay, good. Good. So let's do white snake spits out its tongue, and then parry, block, and punch. Shifting back. This is just the exact same thing as turn body chop with fist, only as you're chopping open, then turn your upper body and strike, bend knee. Parry, block, and punch. Right arm rises, left arm starts to rotate. They both rotate. You're starting to move back and all the way back. Kind of looks like rollback, doesn't it? You keep going, make that fist, foot comes in at neutral and out again. One line, two sides. Stand on the right foot, Tai Chi pole, separating empty and full. Spin on that right foot, taking a bow step with your left, and strike. I mean punch. So that's the parry, block, and punch transitions are always a little strange, but this is just exactly like you do. Everything is exactly like you do in the second section, except that your hand is open. Your right hand is open. And what does that hand look like? It just looks like our Tai Chi hand. And think about it. If somebody comes at you and you're not going to hit them in the nose this time. You're not close enough. But if you go like this, you've got an extra couple inches, right? And it gets them to blink and move back, and that gives you a second of opportunity. So that's what you're up for on that. Questions about this? No. This is where it gets fun because you start to say, oh my gosh, I know a lot of the third section. So I'm going to try to find the spot, and we're going to do the third section again and just see how far we get. How about that? All right. So let's see if I can find, there we go. I believe it's right around here. Let's try this.
Cross hands. Embrace the tiger. Return to the mountain. Roll back. Press. Push. Diagonal single whip. Parting the wild horse's mane. 1. 2. 3, transition to grasping the bird's tail, ward off, left, ward off, right, roll back, press, push, single whip, fair lady, work shuttles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 'Transition to grasping the bird's tail, ward off, left, ward off, right, roll back, press, push, single whip, cloud hands, 1, 2, 3, single whip, snake creeps down, golden rooster stands on one leg, 1, 2, 'Step back and repulse the monkey, 1, 2, 3, diagonal flying, raise hands and step forward, white crane spreads its wings, left knee brush and push, Needle at sea bottom. Fan through the back. Turn body, and white snake spits out its tongue. Step up, parry, block, and punch. Step up and grasp the bird's tail. Ward off, right. Roll back. Press. Push. Single whip. Cloud hands. 1. 2. 3. Single whip. High pat on horse. Thrust out palm.
All right, you're going to have to wait till next week for thrust out palm. All right, how'd that feel?
That was great to do all of that together. That was really
Isn't-
great.
isn't
Repetition
it-
was awesome.
There you go. There you go. And we haven't done some of those moves in a while. So it was really, really nice to get back to them, wasn't it? It's one of the really lovely things about the third section. It's really designed to train your body and just keep training it on all the things that you have already learned. So it's really wonderful that way. Well, congratulations on being where you are. I'll have to look it up and see what number we're on. But so think about any questions that you have about anything next time, and then we'll go on if and as you would like. All right. Thank you, everyone.